Hello Aquarius and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. Today we're going to take a look at what kind of energies you can expect in the next 3 months of January, February and March, pretty much from every angle of life, whether you are interested in love and relationship or you're interested in money, career, finance, you're gonna get a message. But as usual, this is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. First, we're going to start with an animal spirit card, which for you the main spirit is the parrot spirit, which is all about watch your words. So you need to, at this period of time, you definitely need to pay attention. What are you saying? What are you speaking? Whether it's from a relationships perspective or from a work perspective, something that you shouldn't regret. But watch your word also means as well that you need to kind of pay attention what you're saying. So for example, whether you're joking about something, whether you are, what are the words that you're talking about yourself, whether you are saying loving, positive things about yourself, or you're kind of having negative jokes that, oh, you know me, I always do this, I always do that, because words are becoming things. So definitely something you need to pay attention to this period of time. In the center of your reading, you do have the Nine of Wands, which is the wounded soldier, which can be a sign that you probably at this time, you might be feeling hurt, you might be feeling wounded, you might be feeling exhausted as well, because this is the card when you went through a lot of battles, you went through a lot of challenges in your life, and you kind of don't know how to continue. You don't want to battle, you don't want to fight anymore. This can be work related, this can be of course relationship related. Some of you are exhausted from something, whatever you are in, and the card is also called persistence. This is the card of persistence. So whenever this comes up, the message is that you need to dig deep and you need to continue. You shouldn't give up. You should continue, because whatever you're trying to achieve is very close. Practically, you can taste it to achieve it. Now, the first card you have here is the Five of Cups, which is the card of sorrow, regret, and sadness. So, and also the card of loss. So some of you might have lost something. Some of you might have gone through some kind of a disappointing time in your life. Some of you might have lost a relationship, a partner, a job, something that even though you didn't like it anymore, but it was still saddening you. The challenge in this time that you're definitely focusing on the negative things in your life, you're focusing on whatever went wrong, instead of focusing on the new opportunities that is lying ahead of you. When the Five of Cups comes in, the message is that not everything has been lost. You have new opportunities that will come to you, whether it's a new job, whether it's a new relationship. There's a lot of things for you to discover, and if you want to kind of tackle this energy, you definitely need to focus on positive things, positive words, positive affirmations in your life, which you have here that you need to watch your words. The next card we have here is the Two of Wands, which is the card of planning. So some of you are planning something, some of you are kind of thinking outside that, okay, what is my next step after this difficult time. This is the card when you kind of achieved a lot, but you're not necessarily sure whether you want to make that move or not, because whatever you achieved, whatever you kind of have, it's kind of holding you back. But deep down, you know that you have the whole world ahead of you to discover. Some of you might have to make a decision between two things. Some of you need to make a decision whether you want to have your own business. Some of you need to kind of decide whether you want to stay employed. Some of you might have two opportunities that you need to choose from. Some of you might have two partner that you need to choose from. Some of you need to choose whether you want to single or whether you want to be in a relationship. It's kind of like some kind of a decision that you have to make. And the King of Cups is an indication that you're kind of very stable in this difficult time. You're able to manage your emotions, you're able to manage your thoughts as well greatly. And when the King of Cups comes out, it's also a card of diplomacy. So maybe some of you need to kind of watch your words from a diplomatic point of view, because the King of Cups is somebody who is, although he's very emotional, he is driven by emotions, but he doesn't let the emotions to take him over, because he thinks them through, and that kind of helps him to be a great diplomat. Again, watch your word can mean that as well, that think them through before you speak. Some of you might be dealing with a person that has the King of Cups energy. It might be a leader, it might be a father figure, it might be a partner that you are dealing with, or your energy can be as well. If you're kind of dealing with a partner, this is somebody who's very caring, very loving, great father figure, and it can be an indication of a very emotionally fulfilling relationship, stable relationship as well, whether you are in it or whether it's coming towards you. Now the next we have here is the Nine of Swords, which is the card of fears, anxieties, and nightmares. So this is the card that's indicating that you're not able to sleep. Something is always in your head, something that's keeping you up all night, and that's kind of the main premise of this card. Is definitely connected to the Five of Cups, which is connected to the loss, and it's kind of interesting that you are kind of sad about something, you cannot sleep, and you're exhausted, right? You cannot sleep, you're definitely gonna be exhausted as well. But this is the kind of energy with the Nine of Swords, where your thoughts are kind of in overdrive mode, and you need to think about what is that you are able to change, and what is that you're not able to change. If there's something that able to change, do it. If there's something that you're not able to change, you definitely need to kind of consider, okay, what does worrying will help in the situation. And again, if you're thinking about a lot of worries, you might just attract more worries in your life. And the next card we have here is the Fool energy, which is all about some kind of a new beginning in your life. Something that is a new chapter, right? The Fool is the first card in the tarot, which is indicating the new journey. Some of you are starting something, a new position, a new business, a new project, a new relationship, new chapter in a relationship, something that you're very hopeful about it, something that you're taking that leap of faith into this new direction, and you have some company as well, people that will help you along this way. But let's see what's going to be the final outcome of this reading. But before that, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That's an indication that the reading helped you, and you can also help me to grow the channel, to make sure that more people get the message that they need to hear. For you, it is only costing a push of a button, so I hope that you already pushed those like and subscribe buttons. And I'm always very happy to read in the comment what's going on in your life, how this reading is resonating with you, what is that you're exhausted from. So in the future, you have the Six of Cups, which is the card of nostalgia, card of harmony, love, and caring as well. This is kind of like the energy when you're thinking back the good old days, when things are nicer, kinder, and you kind of have this feel of nostalgia. Some of you might be meeting somebody from the past, might be an old friend, an old co-worker, or an old lover as well. Some of you, maybe it's kind of connected to that as well, all these worries. But let's see, the next card we have here is the King of Swords. The King of Swords, again, it's another court card. You have two kings, might be people, maybe you're dealing with multiple people. He is somebody who is very logical, very smart, and he is the only thing he cares about is the truth. He doesn't care whether he's gonna hurt people with his words. He's gonna say whatever he wants to say. He's not the best diplomat from that perspective. Again, I'm not surprised that these two kings are coming out, because the King of Cups is somebody who is able to watch his words, but the King of Swords, he is not watching his word. Whatever he thinks, he says it. Because, he's just very logical. He's very smart, but, sometimes he can be rough around the edges. So you need to kind of pay attention to that. King of Sword can be a judge as well. It can be indicate truth as well. Maybe there's some kind of a truth that's coming out that's gonna worry you. Something that's kind of related to something to the past. But the truth is definitely coming out with the King of Swords. Some of you might be going through some legal process as well, where there might be some kind of a decision on your favor. And you have here the Emperor as well. So you have kind of three very strong male leadership energy. The Emperor is somebody, so again, it can be a person, your energy. It is all about leadership, authority, and it is also the card of being very organized, structured, and stability as well, but it can be very rigid as well. So this is kind of like a leader that you're dealing with, somebody who has a vision. He's actually like it's also a card of success, so he's uniting the energies of all of the kings. So there's a lot of leadership type of energy here with all of these kings and with the Emperor. So from a money, career, finance perspective, the Emperor is always an indication of great success and stability. If you're looking for a job, you definitely need to kind of be a little bit more structured, but I think there's just lots of leadership qualities that are showing up here. Now, from a relationship perspective, the Emperor is somebody, if you are a female energy, who can be very positive in every aspect of your life. But the challenge with him, he's not really great at he's not good at showing his emotion, his feelings, and sometimes that can be very tiring and exhausting for some people. But you might be also this male energy who need to focus on showing your feelings a little bit more. But you know, the Emperor is all about stability. For some of you, it can be an indication of some kind of a stable relationship. Interesting, when you look at the bottom of the row, the last row, you have the King of Cups, you have the Fool, and the Emperor. Both the King of Cups and the Emperor are very stable, very structured, and the Fool is kind of in between. That can be like, you know, things are not necessarily stable, because the Fool is going into the unknown. So even though I think you're going to be going into the unknown, you're still going to feel secure, if that makes sense. And let's see what is at the bottom of the deck. At the bottom of the deck, you do have the Four of Wands, which is the card of new beginning, celebration, when the doors are opening up for you. New doors are opening up for you. So I think there's some kind of a new beginning here with the Fool and with the Four of Wands after some kind of a difficult time. So I hope that's all I have for you, and I hope that this reading helped you, and I'll be able to welcome you again.